أتظن ذلك مضحكا؟
A Thaabin member is near. The symposium should be here. Baghdad's brightest, sharing their wisdom.
يبدو أنهم أمسكوا ببقية عصابة كوفة فيلا.
إنهم يعيدون بناء الجدران بالقرب من
أعتقد أنك ستنتظر الخروج لبعض الوقت. و داده‌های مشاهداتیشان را برای ذلك
Pardon me. I am looking for the great scholar's lecture.
Basil Fahim's lecture about the antediluvian antecedents of humanity will begin soon. In the meantime, please enjoy our ample stock of exquisite delicacies and tasty refreshments.
Where is Arib al-Ma'muniyah, the poet? Where is Arib? I hope to catch a whiff of her magnificent aura. So rare to see her outside of the round city.
The beloved is in the garden, ruminating upon the perfection of nature.
Oh, to be a flower held in her discerning hands, inspiring such languid verse.
She must be relieved to be free of her wealthy patrons for a change.
Oh, perhaps she leads an exciting secret double life, slipping out of the palaces to find inspiration in common life.
I doubt it.
Hey! I told you I'd see you around.
Indeed. And what brings you back?
I want to show you something. These House of Wisdom boards collect the wildest trinkets and gadgets.
I have been here before, Nihal. This is Ahmed ibn Musa's office. Have you been sneaking in there?
Ahmed and his brothers are capable of designing some fantastic devices.
Not all of his ideas are that practical, I'm afraid.
Don't be so smug. The world is full of wonders. It gives me a tingle down my spine. Like I'm nearing a cosmic secret.
You read too much about magicians and lost cities buried beneath the dunes.
You don't read enough. Perhaps there are other worlds, other people, out among the stars.
Nonsense.
Does this remind you of your nightmares?
No. More like something from the Bimaristan. Or a training chart of the Hidden Ones.
Ah, yes. The swift ways to kill silently. Death in seconds.
This. I have seen this one before. Is this what you wanted to show me?
Yes. It reminded me of that object we found at the palace. What is it?
A drawing from an ancient book.
There is something you are not telling me.
You do not want to know what happens behind closed doors.
Why? Because you do not know either?
Because, as Derwish says, sometimes it is better not to know the truth behind the things we must do.
The truth, Basim, is that everything is here in front of you. But you refuse to look at it. This is about you. It has always been about you, ever since that night.
I took an oath, Nihal, to leave my old life behind and walk this path of shadows.
And maybe someday you will find the light. But until then, I will walk behind you every step of the way to remind you not to forget who you are.
Is that a threat?
I do not know.
آخر مرة بهذا القدر الكبير من التركيز.
الطريقة التي يقترحون بها حساب مواقع
الأسود ظريف للغاية. إنه يحب التوت حبا جما.
There is that poet Abid loves, whose work keeps turning up in
Yes?
symmetry of sky and sea. But only in thine eye do these two planes meet.
You have read my work. And who might you be?
A lover of poetry, nothing more. And of order. Or should I say, chaos.
I know only one living poet who loves chaos that much. Ali ibn Muhammad. Are you a fan of his pedestrian work?
The rivalry between you two is legendary. It enhances the craft. I cannot choose.
You are most diplomatic. But I would rather seek inspiration among these lovely blooms. Good day.
The translator? Hunain, you should not be back so soon.
I know. I'm still nervous, but I couldn't stay away from my books.
I guess we must always do our duty.
Wada'an.
Attention Symposium attendees. The great scholars lecture will begin after a short delay. Meanwhile,
That astronomer might be one of them. Sayyidi, I am honored to make your acquaintance.
Good to see more young people enjoying the House of Wisdom.
Do you think the great scholar will give a good lecture?
Do not waste time listening to his nonsense. I have written many more edifying and practical books instead.
On which topics?
I have written extensively about sundials, astrolabes, stars and planets, and the circumference of the Earth.
Fascinating, Sayyidi. I shall read more of your work soon. Wada'an. Sounds like the... It's about to begin. I should return to the Kahraman.
لا أحد يعلم متى سيعود الحسم بخصوص التجربة. سآتي لمساعدتك.
Pardon me. Is Fazil Fahim's lecture ready to begin?
indeed it is. Head inside if you please.
Welcome, one and all, to the House of Wisdom, center of learning in Baghdad, indeed, of the entire world. I am Fazil Fahim al-Kimsa, first scholar of the House of Wisdom, wisest of the wise. Today, I will shock you with what may sound like outrageous blasphemies. Do not fear, good people. Though I am old, my mind remains sharp as steel. Today, I speak of mysteries, of creatures from the antediluvian age. Do not the ancient prophets tell us about giants from before the flood who forsook Allah and worshipped false idols? Is it not possible these giants built marvels, works of wondrous power, now lost to us?
Zahra and Hassan are both dead, slain by an assassin's blade.
They're dead.
Saidi, I urge you to hide until it's safe. Apologies, people, but our lecture has concluded. Please, feel free to explore the House of Wisdom's many fine chambers.
You call yourself the great scholar, Fazil. You who burn books and hope the smoke will hide your crimes. How many did you sacrifice in your search for knowledge? How many did you use, damage, and discard in the name of discovery? Now you hide within the House of Wisdom. The house you led astray. But I will find you. And I will exact justice for every soul you savaged for your great work. It is true. Fazil leads the order in Abbasiyya. I need to hunt him down.
The old fraud Fazil.
Where is the cardinal? I wish to complain about the shortness of the lecture. I remain profoundly unedified.
Did you see the powerful terror on the great scholar's face?
He looked like somebody about to get his skull drilled.
How revolting.
Forget I mentioned it.
How exciting. What do you think frightened the great scholar?
The old fool must have imagined one of his antediluvian creatures. He's an absolute disgrace.
But where did he run off to?
There's rumors of hidden passages beneath the House of Wisdom. Maybe he hid down there.
I have heard the rooftop gardener mention these places, yes.
What a colorful detail to include in my verse. The scholar by secret tunnels fled, chased by delusions of deities who want him dead.
What see you, my friend? Pardon me, but I heard a rumor about a hidden basement beneath the House of Wisdom.
A secret basement? You must be joking.
No, not at all. Surely, such a large building must have basements and cellars to store books and inks.
I'm aware of no such location on these premises.
Perhaps a little token of my appreciation will jog your memory.
Most generous. Murders, mayhem, and bonfires. It's time for me to depart the House of Wisdom. Father has a fine carpet shop in Samara. He always wanted me to take up the family trade.
A wise choice. Now, about any hidden cellars?
Oh, yes, of course, forgive me. Now that you mention it, there is a basement hatch in the northwest courtyard.
Thank you. Gatekeeper, let me pass.
Those who came before are...
What are you talking about?
Those who came before are...
Let me get back to you.
I've lost Fazil's greatest work.
Looks clear.
I've lost
I can use my
greatest
weapons
work.
again if needed.
What do you mean you lost the great scholar's masterwork?
I'm sorry. I was distracted by the presence of the famous poet Arib.
Forget the poet! We better find Fazil's book, or we're both dead.
Sounds like part of a passphrase.
المدعو بالخوري
العمل في طريقي خلال الزحام طالما بشمس
تدق على الأبواب.
المنصور مثلا إذا مال المحور كما
يريد مني
مع الإغريقيين يبدو أنهم أمسكوا ببقية عصابة الكوفة تلك. لقد أحصيت 2 علي النار بعض. ذلك غير معتاد، لكن الأحمق لا يقبل بأمر.
ربما من الأفضل أن أذهب.
Looks clear. I can use my weapons again if needed.
مزدحما ليلة البارحة، رقص وغناء وصراخ شديد بحلول نهاية اليوم. يبدو أنهم كانوا يقضون وقتا ممتعا، لكنك تعرف كم أخلق لكل ذلك السكر والعبث.
Keep to the roof, I say. Plenty of work to do up here. Safer to avoid dark hallways, especially after the murder. What's this place coming to? And those screams from the basement. Makes my stomach crawl to hear such pain.
This key could be useful.
Hey, what?
أن فارقت زوجته الحياة وهو جامع.
والنفس؟ لا.
I better not use my weapons here. This looks like a hidden entrance.
ولا يزال المسكين راقدا. جربت سويقه. ما أطيبه. أحلم به باستمرار، لكنها لذة نادرة. من الصعب علي بلوغ تلك الناحية من اللذة بانتظام. بما أنك هنا، لقد كنت هناك للتو. اضطررت إلى شق طريقي خلال الزحام.
Don't worry, we've got plenty of volunteers.
You can pull my teeth out with hot irons before you get You can pull my teeth out with hot irons before you get me there.
Hold on.
Meet your god!
What's going on?
Are you?
There is a deep wrongness here. A reek of rot and iron. Those robes might help me get closer to Fazil. What have they done to these people? Poor guy will not need this anymore. This should help me blend in.
Please, take me back there. I don't belong here.
Next subject! In here, now!
There are horrors here, but the most terrifying thing is that I have seen it all before. Somehow.
Who dares meddle with my great work? Killing my allies and spoiling my lecture. It's an outrage.
It looks like the handiwork of a trained assassin.
Must be some faction in the Round City. Or one of those jealous broods in Sharqiyya.
These killings were too subtle for mercenaries.
No matter. Once I understand how the mechanism works, I will prove myself to Al-Bahamud.
In here, Lackwit.
You are new, aren't you? I don't recognize you. They promised you gold when you volunteered, yes? No matter. What you are about to behold surpasses all worldly riches. Don't be afraid. Are you afraid? This is my great work. I call it Arwah. It will take you on a journey to another realm. Why did the first ones leave this world behind filled with fools, I wonder? And make so few of me. We call this the House of Wisdom, but its foundations are unsound. For beneath the House of Wisdom lies the Dungeon of Ignorance. And upon such dark secrets, we build our philosophies. Science is the noblest purpose. Knowledge is the greatest power.
No.
No? Then what?
Justice.
This may be the place. It may be here where lies absolute knowledge. It is not how I remember it. Behind the doors, it looked brighter.
But in the end, all we see is darkness. I need to get out of here. Get back to the bed. The scholar's notes. He believes in these ancient beings, the masters of memory. No question about it. Fazil was neck deep in the Order.